Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 23rd. We are going to jump right in here. You have this Regenerate card and this Happy card. After this eclipse, it's in your opposite sign, so I would definitely say it's a great time to, regenerate, rest, relax, recover, do all that other stuff. A lot of signs have had these cards that would really represent happiness or, kind of focusing on your happiness. She is like channeling the happiness through the top of her head on that happy card. So, it kind of says to me that you have to do something to be more happy, right? Or you have to, regenerate through happiness. So if you have been exhausted or if you've been using too much of your energy or if you're trying to recharge your batteries, I think, doing things that make you happy, of course, is always a good idea. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Chariot in your first row. This could be a victory after a long battle, more or less. I mean, the Ten of Wands can definitely represent having been on a long journey or kind of going through a long journey. And you have this Ace of Swords here, which would be a victory. The Ace of Swords is like your truth. And hold on one second. Let me get the fish going in the background here, Virgo. But the Ace of Swords can be your truth. And, the Ace of Swords I kind of look at as a card of reclaiming your crown. There's the crown at the top of the Ace of Swords there. And it kind of says that you can get that crown. The trick with the Ace of Swords, I believe, is that we have to be laser-like focused. And I completely forgot to pull your last row here. So apparently you don't need a last row, but I'm going to pull it anyway. So again, we have to reclaim our crown with the Ace of Swords, but we do it by being very, very focused in one direction. This is a card of laser-like focus, picking something to accomplish and then accomplishing it. And I also am, the sword is above the mountains, and I do feel intuitively that whatever you're trying to accomplish is, not going to be easy. I always like to say that nothing is going to be easy right now, but I do think that whatever you're trying to accomplish is probably going to be easier than you think. So it's still not going to be easy, but, probably less of a challenge than you think. I feel like you've been dealing with like a battle for a very long period of time. I get like you do have the 5 wands at the end of the reading, but I am kind of surprised that it showed up this way, going from the 10 of wands to the 5 wands at the end. Just intuitively, I feel like it should be the other way around, if that makes sense. But, again, I do feel that you've been kind of like putting in a lot of work. You've been carrying a lot of burdens, doing a lot of things in life. And the good news is that, again, they have the Ace of Swords and the Chariot, which would both represent a victory. I like the Chariot just like a little bit more because the Chariot would represent like a change in your environment. Or it would say that you're kind of like getting more into alignment with what you want. And then on top of that, we go to the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups says that to get what you wish for, you have to be in alignment with what you wish for. And so, again, 2 cards of alignment. Then we have the 3 of Wands, which is like expansion. So it just looks like to me that you're having a victory after a long battle. With the Ace of Swords, you have the 10 of Cups here. Yeah, really good. 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. This is definitely an improvement reading for sure. Every single card here is rather positive. And we go 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups to the 6 of Cups. This is also great for those of you that want love, Virgo. If you want love, you have the 4 of Wands as well. This could be like a soulmate or new love communicating with you. Yeah, with the 10 of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely like a new type of person coming in for you as well is what I'm getting. I just feel like the Knight of Cups isn't what you would necessarily normally go for. And, that's what I'm feeling intuitively. I don't really feel it has to do with the Knight of Cups itself. But, I feel that there could be an energy that you wouldn't normally go for coming in for you. This could have to do with something with control here. You have the Emperor. So you could be attracting like a more controlling person, but I'm not saying like controlling as in they're going to be controlling you. But what I mean by controlling is that maybe they're the one that's kind of like in charge. Maybe they're large and in charge with the Emperor energy. So I get like a more boss-like energy off of this person. With the Chariot, you have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. You have all these cards of happiness and people. The 10 of Cups is a card of choosing happiness. The Happy Card is a card of choosing happiness because she is channeling it down through her body. And you have the 3 of Pentacles. So a lot of you could be finding happiness or you could be getting a lot of support, not even just love, but, all areas of your life. You could be finding that people are more supportive of you this week, and that could be making you happy, or they could be helping helping to guide you towards like bigger and better, more happiness things. And, I feel like there could be a lot of happiness with the Three of Pentacles as well, even though, the Three of Pentacles doesn't necessarily represent happiness. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this trust card and this impulse card. So yeah, this could be like an impulsive connection. You see that on the impulse card, there's that heart. And so you could be meeting someone and it could seem impulsive for you to like date this person or to meet this person. But I feel like you are trusting your emotions or you're trusting your feelings. Again, I'm doing this video on the day of the Pisces eclipse, and the Pisces eclipse should be, or could be rather emotional for people. And again, this could be you having like realized during the eclipse, even though it's, if you're watching this the week of the 23rd, it was last week. If you're watching it on the 18th when I publish it, then it was yesterday. But, again, eclipse energy can last for a while. And I feel like you've learned to trust yourself, or you're learning more to trust your emotions, like how you feel about things, or you're following your happiness as well with the happy card, and you're following your heart. You have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Emperor. Definitely could be marriage potential. If you want marriage, or if you want a connection or a commitment, then this could be a commitment coming in for you. I always say that the Four of Wands is really a card of freedom. With the Four of Wands, we have to cross through this portal in the middle of the Four of Wands to celebrate. They are celebrating having been married. They already have been married, these two people on the other side. But usually the Four of Wands can also represent completion. And so it can say that we're completing, it could be anything, like a project, a business, we're completing an idea, or we're putting the finishing touches on something, and then we're crossing through the portal and having the celebration. So again, if you have been dealing with this long battle right here, or if you've been working on something for a very long period of time, it kind of seems to me like you're finally having that breakthrough or the victory. You have the Nine of Cups. Every single person, almost for the past like 2 months, has had these cards of being in alignment, mostly the Chariot actually, but a lot of people also get the Nine of Cups. And so I think we have to really maintain alignment no matter what is going on around us. We have to make sure that we are staying in the energy of what we want, and we have to make sure that we're also not going the opposite direction. So the Nine of Cups can definitely be a wish, and there could, this is a really good reading, so there definitely could be like a wish or wish fulfillment coming in for you. But I also feel that it's saying make sure that you're that you are the curator of your reality. You have the Emperor. I kind of feel control on two sides here. Like you could be in control in a good way. And again, I feel this is in a good way, not a bad way. But I also feel like you could be attracting a person who is also controlling. But I don't mean controlling as in they're like telling you what to wear, or that they're like telling you can't do things. I just feel it's like an in control person. And I feel like they are definitely like a leader. And do I really feel this as a problem? I would say like no, but unless you also like to take the lead as well, then it could be a problem. But I don't really see it as a problem. I just think there like might be moments, where you're kind of like this person's controlling, but they're really not. I just feel like they are in control. But it is popping to my head, so I'm gonna mention it. I also feel that you are a Virgo, so you are probably in control, or at least you like to be in control. And so I would just keep doing whatever you're doing. I feel pretty good. Like, again, you could be bossing up here or whatever. With the Four of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, either you have your eye on someone already, or they have their eye on you, or both here. So again, there definitely could be a connection. I kind of feel this is a person that either you have already seen or they see you in some way. And yeah, that's really all I'm getting on the Page of Swords. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel this is just saying that these two cards are definitely connected here. The Three of Wands, obviously to get something new in life, we have to do things that we've never done before. And so I feel for a lot of you, the Three of Wands could say that it's adventure time. It's time for you to get out into the world, go on adventures, do things you've never done before, have new experiences, all that stuff. And that's exactly what I would do here with these two cards, is like go have new experiences or new adventures. With the Emperor, yes, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups really says, number one, that as long as you communicate, then things will be fine between the two of you. And it's funny that I said I was feeling a different type of person. Two of Cups, these two people are meant to look very different. Two of Cups always represents a person who is different than your usual type. We also have this lion right here, and the lion at the top represents ego. And it's funny that I've been saying this whole entire time something about control or like controlling energy, but again, I don't feel it's bad. I feel like it could be bad, if it causes conflict. And again, I'm reading for 1 billion of you, so obviously if you meet a controlling person that's a jerk, leave, obviously. But, again, this person, I just feel they could be more of like a bossed up energy, or they could be a boss, right? Like I said, do I feel like it's really a problem? No, but I'm also stuck on it. So, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to say that it's not going to be a problem either. The trick with the 2 of Cups is communication, right? So you could just tell this person off, or do whatever you got to do. But I get something here. I'm still not fully picking up on what the issue is. I don't really think it's an issue. I just think it could be one of those things where it's like every once in a while you kind of, it's like maybe they're very set in their ways, and you see it as controlling, even though I don't, like, I feel like they're just more in control. And, so again, there might be some clashes, but again, is it really an issue? I would say no. Like, I feel like in some ways, maybe it turns you on, right, to get into these clashes, because it doesn't, like, I don't feel like these are going to be all out fights. I feel these are more, kind of like, whatever. I don't know. You'll figure it out, right? You have this gecko card. It says longevity, agility, and cunning. You have this rat card. It says shrewdness, shrewd choices, reproduction, and agility. So both cards kind of represent the same thing. This gecko card said cunning on it, and rats are also, animals of cunning, kind of being, kind of like 7 of Swords energy. And so this is coming up in the area of messages from your future self. And the rat also says agility. And so I feel for a lot of you moving forward that you're going to have to make very quick moves. Again, the 7 of Swords is the most common card that I see over the past like 3 months or so. And the 7 of Swords is not a bad card. 7 of Swords says if you're doing something, you have to be agile, just like this rat, and you also have to be cunning. You have to be, a lot of people read it as a card of sneakiness, but really he's not being sneaky. He's being tactical. He is doing things in a tactical way. And so it just says, like, kind of be flexible in the way that you approach whatever you're doing. You have the 3 of Wands. You're definitely making a change. I think for the past couple of readings, at least, it has come up that you are changing. Like, really, I feel like you are changing. You are changing the way you present yourself, Virgo, or you are changing your identity in some way, which I think is a major theme for Virgo for a little bit of time moving forward, like over the next few months or so. You could be doing a lot of you could be changing your identity, literally. You could be coming up with new ways to present yourself in business or your career. And the 3 of Wands, I feel, is about the exploration. It says, like, don't be afraid to get messy, don't be afraid to expand, right? The 3 of Wands is all about expansion, but we have to put ourselves in positions where we can expand to expand. So I feel like this is saying, like, don't be afraid to expand. You have the Judgment card. Judgment is all about leaving behind your old life, stepping into your new life. So these people, these coffins represent their old life. They're being called into their new life, but they have to completely let go of their old story, the coffin. And, I feel this is a big theme for you as well, Virgo, of needing to really let go of that old story and let go of everything from the past. And if you do that, then I feel you are stepping into your new story. And, that's what this card is asking you to do. You have the 6 of Cups. Yeah, a little bit of nostalgia here. Again, some of you could just be thinking a little bit about things from the past, and, you could still be attached to some memories and things like that, I feel. But I do feel you are moving forward. I mean, right next to it, you have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it. And so, this would say that maybe at the time of the eclipse, which is tomorrow, which is today, the 17th, and this video will be published on the 18th. But again, eclipse energy can last for like 6 months. So you could be kind of walking away from things that you've been holding on to. And I don't think it's just a person. I think, 6 of Cups is just nostalgia, just thinking about the past. With the 3 of Wands, you have the 7 of Cups. Yes, you have to find out. The thing about the 7 of Cups is he is dreaming of something that he wants and desires, and they're all different things in those cups. Some of them good, some of them bad. And so he is like dreaming about his future, and he is looking at the good things and the bad things, but he really needs to find out. The trick with this card is to, go do whatever you're thinking about doing, because you can dream about it all day long, but until you do it, you're not actually going to know what cups you're going to get. So I kind of feel like it's saying take the risk. With the Judgment card, you have the Sun. Yeah, best card in the tarot. The good news about this is I feel you are being enlightened. The Sun can represent enlightenment. It can also represent great clarity as well, especially if you've been confused here about what steps to take in your life or about what to do. The Sun is like a spotlight, and so I feel for a lot of you that you could be, kind of getting or seeing a spotlight on things that are, guiding you, or you could be seeing a spotlight on things that are going to make you more successful, and I would pay attention to that. Yep, with the Six of Cups, you have the Fool, totally a new journey. So again, I feel that you are going to take a leap of faith. I always say with the Three of Wands, that, which you have twice in this reading, that the Three of Wands, he really needs to take the risk to get onto those boats. Those boats are going somewhere where he doesn't know where they're going. It's an adventure. It's a mystery where they're going. And the Fool is about kind of like embracing the mystery of the journey and taking the leap of faith, which I feel is pretty much what this reading is saying as well. Next, you actually have 3 cards at the end here for the good stuff. You have this Frog Spirit, says clear out the clutter. You're a Virgo. This card probably wasn't meant to come out. I doubt there's any clutter in your life. You have this Skunk Spirit, says know your worth. You have the Swan Spirit, says time for a deep dive. Yeah, I really feel that a lot of, it's a time for a deep dive for a lot of people, especially you, because you're the opposite of Pisces. We have Neptune in Pisces. We also have Saturn in Pisces. So Neptune is like the deepest ocean that you can possibly imagine, and we have to explore things, mostly our emotions. For you, it'll be, mostly your emotions, but for you, it could be your emotions around relationships. I also feel that for some of you, it could be your daily routine as well, like what you do during the day, which could be attached to your identity as well. So if you have a job where you feel like the job is your identity, you might be wanting to change jobs so you can have a different identity. And I feel that for a lot of you, it's time for you to like really immerse yourself in something. And, I find a lot of people that could be very successful doing something aren't successful because they're kind of just like dipping their toes in the water. But I believe that if we make that 110% commitment to doing something with our lives, doing something different, then that's where we find success. So this reading is definitely saying, Three of Wands twice, Fool, Judgment card. You have to make that full leap into the deep end and make it happen. You have the Five of Wands, High Priestess, and the Eight of Cups. The Five of Wands can be conflict or competition, but this is coming up in the area of the good stuff, so it would say that you are rising up above the competition, or you could be, kind of winning a competition. Again, this could also just be talking about the beginning of the reading that said you are, having a victory after a long battle. So, that would be winning to me. You have the High Priestess, which would say you're trusting your intuition. High Priestess also represents unlimited potential. There are no limits to what she can accomplish, but the only limit to what she can accomplish is her. The trick with the High Priestess is her crown. She has these 3 stages of the moon on her crown, and it kind of represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of anything that she's about to do before she does it. But it's more about visualizing. So she visualizes what she wants before she can have it. And this isn't necessarily intuitive. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to like visualize what you want. You have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. It's coming up, right at the eclipse. I'm doing this video on the day of the eclipse, like I said. So a lot of you could be just eclipsing things out of your life. With the Five of Wands, you have the King of Wands. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a fire sign. You always get fire with me, and so there could be a fire sign coming in for you, for those of you that want love. You have pretty much any sign here, so, really it could be any sign, but fire stands out to me. Again, this would be saying, we go from the Emperor up to the Sun, which would be Leo, to the King of Wands, and the King of Wands would be Aries. The Emperor would also be Aries as well, and so it could be an Aries. It could be a person with Aries in their chart somewhere. If it's not a fire sign, I would say it's like a very fiery person. With the High Priestess, we have the Magician. The Magician is about manifestation. Again, visualization, I think, is going to be the trick for you. I always pull the card that he's pointing towards, which is going to be this one. You have this Owl Spirit. It says prophecy, attentiveness, and secrets. So again, for a lot of you, prophecy, right? Seeing the future. And I feel like visualizing is going to be very, very important for you, Virgo, for sure. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Five of Wands again. So we have the Five of Wands twice. You could just be getting out of something that has caused conflict. So again, if you've been dealing with a conflict or a challenge, I feel for a lot of you that you could be just walking away victorious, or you're just walking away in general. You have this November card. I always clarify these cards, and you have a Sunrise card. It says new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So for those of you that have been waiting for new ideas, I see another new idea card coming up in the future here, which we'll talk about, but definitely by the time we get to November, you could have some answers. You have this May card, and this bullet says, do not back down, show strength and fortitude. So, again, Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands even, I feel this is basically saying don't quit on what you're doing. And your next card is this Camel Spirit, or this Camel card that says, persevere and you will overcome problems. So definitely not a time to give up. We were talking about the sword, being above the mountains on the Ace of Swords, which, that kind of represents the fact that there will be challenges, but you will easily be able to overcome them if you don't give up and if you stay focused. So, that's what I would do there. You have this dog far away. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. So again, some of you could be thinking of a friend. You have this archway. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Love it. I love this card, and I also do feel like things are kind of clearing out for you, Virgo, so definitely some new opportunities. But overall, really good reading. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.